Right? Shalom. Shalom. I give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Give top runners to the apostles of greatness and not well. Salutations to the men of the hope and citizens elect. Brother Kalab, Brother Ghana, myself, Nakazar, and Trinidad Camp. Just want to do an edification for the elect's sake. And this lesson, I'm not sure what I would entitle it yet, but you know, it's basically based off of a dream, you know, that I had. I think it was early this week, last week. Last week I had that dream where me and this brother Calab, we were walking, and I can't remember exactly what he was saying in the dream, but the last thing he said in the dream was a word, and the word is haptic. And when he said the word, you know, I jumped out of sleep, you know, and one time I went and I looked it up. Alright? So when I look up the word haptic, is an adjective. It means pertaining to the sense of touch. 1890 from Greek haptikos, able to come into contact with, from haptein to fasten. Alright? So the word haptic basically means to hold on to something, to fasten yourself. Alright? And where you're fastening yourself to? You're fastening yourself to this truth, to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Cleave unto him and depart not away. So hold fast unto this truth. Alright, go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews 10 and verse 23. It reads, Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised.
Yeah, without wavering. So don't just, you know, just be in the truth, also be in the truth's sake, but do your part in the truth. Do your part, and whatever the Lord set you up to do, make full proof for thy ministry. Alright? So remain in the truth, hold fast on it, but also do the work that the Lord, you know, set in, and the Lord intended for you to do. You understand? So you have to be haptic for this word. You know, hold on to it. Hold on to it with your life, because guess what? This is your umbilical cord. This is your lifeline, and this is the means by which you're gonna be delivered. Alright, go ahead, 1 Thessalonians.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 21. It reads, Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
We're proving all things. You're proving all things by what? By proving it through the scriptures. And how you're proving it through the scriptures is by studying. Now when you're studying, you're putting in that time to learn the word. And when you're putting the time to learn the word, it's because you have a desire to learn. You understand? And the more you learn, the more you will cherish this word, because you will learn the importance of this gospel, so you will hold on to it. You understand? Also, how you prove all things. Proving something means to test to see if it is true. And you're testing this word to you know, coming into this truth. You know, you try the word and you realize that, hey, this is the truth. So now you realize, as the scripture said, the kingdom of heaven is a man that, you know, he bought a piece, he found a ruby in the land, and he sold all that he had to buy this piece of land. You understand? For joy. You understand? So he gave up everything just for that piece of land, because he realized that it had riches in the land. And it's the same thing you have to do for this truth. When you realize that this is the truth, that this is the way, walk ye in it, and you would quickly relinquish everything. Count everything lost, down to win the excellency of Yahushai.
That's right.
But hold fast to it.
That's right.
You understand? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I declare unto you the gospel which I have preached unto you, which also ye have received, and where ye stand. And you're going to bring all the Ephesians. Where ye stand, so you stand in this gospel, by which also you are saved. So if you're going to be saved by this gospel, you have to hold on to it like your life depends on it. If ye keep in memory what I preach unto you, unless ye have believed in vain. So seeing that you're standing in this, you have to keep in memory this word. Keep in memory all the things that you learn. Hold on to it, hold on to it. Take a firm grip on this gospel and hold on to it.
That's right.
Because this is the truth. This is, you just said, you're going to hear a voice say behind you, this is the way, walk in it. So walk in it. When you realize that there is the truth, hey, hold fast to it. Understand well?
The book of Ephesians chapter 3 and verse
3:17.
Verse 17. It says that Hamashiach may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye being rooted and grounded in love may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and length and depth and height.
Alright, so by you being rooted and grounded, because the word haptic means to hold firm. You understand? And it says stand firm. So when you're standing firm in this, you understand the breadth and width and height and depths of the truth, because you hold fast and you give time to learn this word. And when you learn and understand this word, as the scripture says, lest ye have believed in vain, when you give all diligence to learn this word, then you realize how, you know, how valuable it is. And how life-saving it is. And when you realize that this truth is valuable even unto the salvation of your soul, you will hold on to it. And you will not let it go. You will not let it go. You will not let it go, because you know this is the only means by which you can escape the pollution of this world. You understand? Give me Timothy.
This is 2 Timothy 3 and verse 14. It reads, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned.
Yeah, continue in the things which you have learned. Continue in it. Go ahead.
And hast been assured of.
You've been assured of because it was proved. They of Thessalonica, they of Berea were more noble than they of Thessalonica, because the search scriptures did to see if those things were so. So you prove the word. Whenever, you know, the apostles, the elders or brothers teach, you weigh the options, you go through the scriptures to see if what it's saying really in the scriptures and if it lining up. And then when you realize that these are the men of the Lord, you cleave onto them. Because that is the stream the Lord used them to water your land. So you hold fast unto the men of great millstone. Don't let go. Don't let spirits come in your mind say that the apostles going off. They don't know what they're teaching. You know, the Lord revealing more unto us than the don't let them spirits come in your head. Alright? Anytime them spirits come in your head, then guess what? Pursuant to John 15. Let me read that real quick. This is John chapter 15, verse 1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, and it bring forth more fruit. You understand? So Yahweh is the branch. And if you not being fruitful in this work, guess what? The Heavenly Father gonna get rid of you. But when you realize that this is the truth, you have to hold on to it and do your part as being a man of the Lord. Do your part that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua intended for you to do. Hold on to this because your life depends on it. But if you can't hold on, guess what? You're just going to fall off and you're going to wither and die. Because the Lord did say that. You understand? He said that if they're broken off. You understand? Well, yeah.
This is the book of Colossians. Colossians chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, rooted, or start verse 6.
Yeah.
It says, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him.
So walk ye in him. So as you receive, guess what you have to do? You can read from Hebrews chapter 3 verse 1.
This is the book of Hebrews 3 and 1. It reads, wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostles and high priests of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushai.
Yeah, so consider Yahushai the high priest and apostle of our faith. So just like Yahushai lived, we have to live. The scripture says Yahushai was without sin. You understand? Just like us, he was troubled. So we have to consider how Yahushua, and just how you receive Yahushua, walk ye in him. You can't come in this truth and walk like as you did in the course of darkness. We are not the children of darkness, you're the children of light. Walk in the light. You understand? Because if you walk in darkness, then the Heavenly Father is going to spew you out. But when you walk in the light, it's because you value this word and you realize that this word is the only means by which you're going to be saved. So you hold on to it with all your strength until the Lord comes to deliver you. Well, finish.
It says in verse 7, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith.
Yeah, means firm. You're firm in this truth. You understand? You're like the seed that fall on good ground. So you send your roots down. You understand? You won't like the seed on a stony ground because they have no strength in them. They have no strength to endure, but they endure but far more months. But the ones that fell in good ground are the ones that rooted and grounded and established in this truth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Can. So you read last week, there's Wisdom of Solomon.
Can.
4, 3 to 4.
Can. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4. Verse 3 says, but the multiplying brood of the ungodly shall not thrive.
They're not going to thrive. You understand? You come in this truth and you being wicked as hell. You understand? You have a wicked heart. You're not going to thrive. You're going to break off. When?
It says, nor take deep rooting from bastard slips, nor lay any fast foundation. For though they flourish in branches for a time, yet stand.
Yeah, so for a time, you know, they will come in, they will be out there, you have a shimmy or shy, you know, they all look all fervent, whatever the case is, but it's only for a time. Go ahead.
It says, yet standing not fast, they shall be shaken with the wind, and through the force of winds, they shall be rooted out.
Exactly, and the wind is the tribulation that coming with this truth.
That's right.
The wind is the tribulation that coming with this truth. I think it's Colossians 3. No, not Colossians. I think it's Philippians. Where he said I can do all things. It's Philippians. Yeah, Philippians. They will bring that.
Philippians
2, 10, 3. Now, 4:13.
The book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. It says I can do all things.
Matter of fact, 12.
Can. Philippians chapter 4 verse 12. I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound.
Yeah, abased is like when you catching all hell. You understand? And if you're not established in this truth, if Yahushua not there to hold you up, you wouldn't know how to be abased and how to abound. You understand? When you catch in hell, and the scripture said, make not haste in time of trouble. Go ahead.
It says, everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need.
Go ahead.
I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth.
Exactly. So if the Lord Yahushua not strengthening your branches, when them winds come, when tribulation because of the word come, guess what? You're going to break off and you're going to wither away and die. And a lot of times men leave the truth and claim they're going out on their own is because they cut their own branches and they go out thinking that they're going to flourish. But if you break off from the tree, how are you going to flourish on your own when you haven't received the nurturing? When you receive the nurturing, how are you going to cut your own branch and go out and say, well, guess what? I don't need the tree anymore. That is what you're saying. But you have to hold firm on this tree. You have to hold firm to this truth.
That's right.
And don't let go. Don't depart from this truth, because this is the truth. And this is all we have.
That's right.
And this is the means of our salvation. It says, by which ye also are saved. By this truth. Guess what? If you fell off a boat in the rough seas and they threw a float, the wheel, and they threw the wheel over with the rope, and you got hold to that, and they're pulling you in, and the water's real boisterous, you know, real well wind, rough seas, and you in the water, and you know, they putting you in so that they can put you back on the boat. You're gonna hold on to that wheel with all your strength because your life depends on it. And just like your life will be, you know, dependent on how firm you hold on, it's the same thing with this truth. Your life depends on it, so hold on to this truth. Don't let go, don't depart. Don't depart. Right? You have something?
This is the book of Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left of us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it.
Yeah, so fear. So fear, just do the works. Do the works that you have and shine. Alright? Is it?
Yeah.
Right? So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. I give double honors to the apostles of great mercy, not really well. Salutations to the men of the whole plan, say elect. Is the brothers from the Trinidad camp, Kalab, Gan, and myself, Makazar, saying Shalom, stay strong.
Shalom.
Hold firm until the end. Shalom.
Shalom.